Hi everyone, it's me again, Teacher Marian, and welcome back to my channel, Speech Therapy with Teacher Marian. Excited po akong gawin itong video ngayon. This is my fourth video because medyo matagal na po since I posted my last video. It's been a month already. Medyo na busy lang po with some homeschool requirements since matatapos na yung school year. But now na natapos na po namin, praise God, makakagawa na po ako ulit ng video para po makapag-provide ng lessons and some tips for the parents on how they could continue their children's intervention at home. Okay, so for this video po, ang napili kong topic na i-discuss and ituro sa parents is how to teach your child to follow instructions or commands. Okay, so bakit ko ba napili itong topic na to? Well, na-recall ko lang po when I was still practicing in the center. Most of the parents that I encounter are more concerned about their children's expressive communication skills. Okay, bakit hindi pa nagsasalita or bakit hindi maintindihan yung sinasabi ng bata? Well, wala naman pong masama doon, no? It's just that I'm wondering why they are not bothered na hindi masyadong sumusunod ng instructions or commands yung mga bata. Sometimes, pag hindi ko pa naitanong sa parents, they wouldn't tell me na meron palang concerns in making the child follow instructions at home. Okay, so in this video, I would like to emphasize the importance of teaching our children to follow instructions. Okay, so naisip ko lang po, no, na-observe ko lang, may observation. Parang culture po kasi ng Pilipino, well, I'm not sure pala kung sa Filipino parents lang, pero marami po akong napapansing mga parents na they are very, how would you call that? They are very hands-on sa mga anak nila. Okay? Kaya lang minsan, nagiging hindi na po yun beneficial for the child. Bigyan ko kayo ng isang scenario. So, for example po, di ba sa therapy center, si student, tatawagin na ni teacher. And then, before pumasok sa center, instead po na yung student ang mag-remove ng shoes niya by himself, mapapansin ko si mommy or si daddy instantly would remove the child's shoes. Okay? Hindi po hahayaan yung bata na gawin yon for himself. Okay? Ano pa po yung mga scenario na papansin ko? Let's say kapag pinapakain yung bata. Okay? Kunyari po, 5 years old na yung bata. So, at the age of 5, we'd like to train the child to feed himself already, di ba? Using spoon and fork. Pero kadalasan po, pag nagmamadali or para makakain ng maayos yung bata, ano po yung ginagawa ng ibang parents? Okay? Real talk lang po, no, sa mga parents. I'm also a parent, kaya din po, somehow, nakaka-relate naman po ako sa inyo. Okay? So, usually, pag mga ganong events or situations, daily situations, diba? Ano po yung tendency ng parents? Pag nagmamadali, susubuan na lang. Okay? Para matapos na, para makakain ng maayos, para maubos yung food. Okay? Wala pong problema doon. Okay? It's totally fine because our intentions naman talaga are good. Our intentions are genuine, okay, para sa ikabubuti ng bata. But we also have to be mindful on doing these things for our children often, okay? Kasi po, baka nade-deprive na natin sila of the opportunities to learn something or learn a skill, diba? Or nade-deprive na natin sila with the opportunity to be independent. Okay, so yun lang po ang reminder ko sa mga parents na minsan, kailangan nating i-evaluate din and mag-reflect din po tayo doon sa mga habits na nakasanayan natin as parents. Okay, so maraming reasons why we should teach our child to follow instructions. Pero for the purpose of this video, nilimit ko lang po doon sa, I think, 5 most important, okay, or most practical reasons why you should teach your child to follow instructions. Okay, first reason, okay, if you teach your child to follow instructions, okay, the child would be able to maximize learning opportunities that we will provide to him or her, or learning opportunities that he will be exposed to, right? Kasi po kung mapapansin nyo, like in school, if not all, most of the activities ay presented sa mga anak natin wherein they have to follow certain instructions, right? So for example, pag kindergarten, di ba, we have color the objects red, or draw a line to connect the two objects that go together. So, kindergarten pa lang yon, di ba? And then, habang nag-level up po sila, na mas nagiging complex yung mga instructions. For example, read pages 5 to 7, and then answer the activity on page 8. Letter A and B. Okay, letters A and B. So, makikita po natin na sa everyday experiences ng bata, napakadami pong learning opportunities that are presented through instructions. Okay? So, kapag naturuan po natin yung bata to follow instructions, mamamaximize niya po itong mga opportunities na to. Okay, another reason why it's important to teach this skill is that nakaka-improve po siya ng attention, okay, memory, and thought processing skills ng isang bata. Okay. So, when a child follows an instruction, ano po ba yung first requirement sa kanya? 'Di ba, kailangan niyang makinig. The child needs to pay attention. Okay, and then the child needs to remember the instruction and even later on retrieve that information. And finally, the child needs to comprehend and process or integrate the elements in that command or in that instruction that we gave him. So, ito pong mga domains na ito ay madedevelop. Okay, mas lalo pang mag-i-improve, ma-enhance when we frequently, okay, expose our child sa pag-follow ng instructions. Okay, another reason that it's good to teach this skill to our children is that in terms of communication po, 'di ba? Yung pagbigay po ng instruction sa bata at yung pagsunod ng bata sa instruction or pag-respond niya somehow resembles the communication process. Okay, so it gives the child the idea, okay, how to communicate. Kasi po, di ba, if you'll notice, in communicating, you need to listen. May information that's given to you, so you need to listen. And then, of course, you need to respond to that information. Right? So, kaya siya two-way process. So, ganun din po when the child is following instructions. So, you give the stimulus, there's the information. The child needs to listen and process the information and eventually respond or execute the command. So, natuturuan niyo po yung bata in terms of turn-taking. Right? So, iyan po yung isa sa mga reasons why it's very important to teach your child this skill. Okay, and finally, okay, 4 lang pala yung na-enumerate ko. Sinabi ko ba 5 kanina? Well, 4. So, this is the fourth one. I think, ito po yung importante din, no? Beyond the skills, beyond the, yung mga capabilities ng bata that we are aiming, okay, to develop, isa pa pong magandang benefit when we teach our child to follow instructions is we are forming his character. Diba po? Kasi when we are teaching them to follow instructions, ano po ba yung value that we are instilling on our children? It's obedience. Alam niyo po, in homeschooling, one of the very first values that we teach, okay, our children is obedience. Kasi po, kapag umpisa pa lang ng homeschooling, hindi mo mapasunod yung bata or the child doesn't obey you, of course, it would be very difficult for the parent-teacher to go through the homeschooling program. So, very important po ang obedience. So, hindi lang po ito basta teaching the skill. We're also teaching them the value, yung importance po of obedience. So, yun po yung mga reasons na i-share ko sa inyo why it's important to teach the skill. And then, when we are teaching our kids to follow instructions, syempre hindi naman po yan smooth sailing process, diba? Specifically po, itong aking video and yung mga topics na dinidiscuss ko, talagang to cater to the needs of children with language learning difficulties. So, expect po natin that there will be challenges along the way when we are teaching our children. So, I will just share kung ano po yung mga common challenges that we might experience sa paggawa po ng mga activities na related sa skill na ito. So, number 1 challenge po ay yung behavior ng bata. Okay, when I say behavior, ito po yung attention ng bata and yung compliance. Okay, so mapapansin nyo po, may mga bata po na they do not readily respond to the instructions, even if they can understand naman talaga. Okay, so ang nagiging concern po, usually pag ganyan, yung adequacy po ng attention ng bata. So, may mga kids na they cannot attend adequately sa sinasabi mo or sa task, kaya hindi nila magawa yung pinapagawa mo. Okay? Some kids naman po, medyo hindi pa maganda yung kanilang compliance to adult-led activities. Kaya po, hindi sila susunod. Okay? Another challenge, yun pong sensory issues ng ibang kids. So, may mga bata po na they are compliant, they really want to execute the instruction. It's just that, preoccupied po sila ng mga sensory issues nila that are more urgent para sa kanila. So, kahit gusto nilang mag-attend doon sa task or sa sinasabi mong instruction, they just can't kasi merong hinahanap na sensory input yung katawan nila or yung sensory systems nila. Okay, so ito po with regard to sensory processing, sensory integration. I'm not the expert to talk about this. Mas maganda po siyang i-discuss ng isang OT or occupational therapist kasi po ano po nila yan, scope po talaga ng profession nila yan. Okay? So, yun lang po, idea lang po that if a child has sensory issues, it can also be a barrier in teaching him or her to follow instructions. Okay. What else? Yun nga po, as I've mentioned earlier, children with language learning difficulties or concerns will have a harder time learning this skill. Okay, ano po yung mga pwedeng mag-cause nung difficulties nila? One, yung vocabulary po. Okay, so kung hindi pa po masyadong functional yung vocabulary ng bata, malilimitahan po siya sa instructions or commands na kaya niyang sundin. Okay? Pwede rin pong nahihirapan yung isang bata to understand longer commands. Okay? Kasi pwedeng hindi po niya ma-process yung information kapag madami na pong words that we are putting together. Okay? So, ayan po. And lastly for the challenges, pwede rin naman pong kaya nahihirapan yung bata to follow instruction is because hindi pa talaga nag-develop sa kanya yung turn-taking skill or yung kanyang ability to reciprocate. Okay, reciprocate an action. Okay, kasi po, di ba, may mga kids na kahit magbigay ka ng instruction, talagang deadma, NR talaga sila, parang walang narinig. Okay? So kapag ganun po pa yung level ng bata, probably wala pa talaga silang idea kung ano yung ine-expect mong behavior or ine-expect mong response from them. So siguro po mas maganda kung mag-start ka talaga doon sa level or sa needs nila, doon sa ma-develop muna yung recognition nila of the importance of reciprocating or responding. Okay. So that's it for that's all for the challenges po. And then last part na po ng discussion before we move on dun sa mga sample activities. Okay, yun pong mga factors to consider kapag pipili tayo ng commands or instructions na ipapractice natin sa mga anak natin. Okay, ano po yung mga kailangan natin i-consider? Okay, nandyan po yung na-mention ko na kanina, no, yung length, okay, yung haba ng instruction na sasabihin natin sa bata. Okay, of course, mas mahaba, mas mahirap pong tandaan, di ba? And then, yun nga po yung complexity ng vocabulary, ng words na ini-include nyo doon sa instruction. So, for example, inutusan mo yung batang kumuha ng fruits sa fridge, no? Kunyari, get the apple from the fridge. So, since alam naman ng bata yung apple, alam niya yung fridge, mas magagawa niya po yung instruction. Kung may chance na ma-execute niya yon appropriately or correctly. Pero for example, pinakuha mo siya ng get the dragon fruit from the fridge. Diba? Tapos, hindi naman nga po common kasi yung dragon fruit. So, mas mahirap po kasi mas complex na yung vocab na yon. O di kaya naman, usually po, yung mga positional concepts, no? So, for example, when you ask the child to put your shoes under the chair, tapos nilagay lang kunyari nung bata sa chair mismo. So probably kasi wala pa siya nung word na under sa kanyang repertoire. Kaya hindi niya naintindihan yung instruction mo. So yun po yung example ng complexity of vocabulary. And then of course, another factor to consider yung immediacy, okay, ng response ng bata. So mas immediate na gagawin ng bata yung instruction, mas madali po for him. Kesa po yung meron pang interval, may time interval pa. For example, get your pillow now. Okay, so ngayon na niya gagawin. So pagkarinig niya, intindihin niya, and then pwede niya nang gawin. Versus, after you eat your lunch, you brush your teeth, for example. So, dahil yung instruction would take time pa before the child can do it, mas mahirap po yun sa kanya. Okay? Kasi nga may factor pa na tatandaan niya and may sequence. Okay? And lastly po, yung availability ng visual support. So ito po, madalas dito po kami talaga nagsisimula sa mga instructions na mayroong provision of visual support. When we say visual support, yun pong mga elements na included sa instruction or sa command, available po sa immediate environment ng bata. Yung nakikita niya. Okay? Kunyari, example, nasa living room kayo. Okay? Tapos, you ask the child to, okay, son, give the remote control to daddy. So, since nasa living room kayo, nasa table yung remote control at nandyan din si daddy, mas madali po sa kanyang sundin yun. Kesa po, okay, compare natin, let's say, son, get my towel from the bedroom. So, kung nasa living room siya, okay, hindi niya nakikita yung towel na pinapakuha mo. So, mas magiging challenging po sa batang gawin yung instruction na yun. So, yun po yung mga kailangan natin ding i-take into consideration when we are giving instructions to our children.
Yuan and Maya, we're going to play a game called Simon Says. Okay, so you are just going to follow what Simon will say. Are you ready?
Okay.
Are you ready? Okay. Simon says, turn around. Okay. Simon says, jump. Simon says, touch your feet. Simon says, point to eyes and ears. Okay. Last one. Simon says, close your eyes and cover your ears. Okay, Yuan, can you open the toothpaste and give it to mommy? Open the toothpaste and give it to mommy.
Open the toothpaste.
Yeah, where's the toothpaste?
Toothpaste.
Toothpaste. It's for brushing teeth. The toothpaste. The one that you put on the toothbrush. What's the Oh, yan. That's the toothpaste. Oh, open the toothpaste and give it to mommy. Open it and give it to mommy. Hurry up. Hurry up. Yuan, can you put the toothbrush in the cup? Thank you. Next, can you close the shampoo? Very good. How about get the comb and comb Ate Maya's hair? Comb Ate Maya's hair. Where's Ate Maya's hair? Ate Maya's hair, not your hair. Ate Maya's hair. Okay, properly. Comb Ate Maya's hair. There. Okay, good job. Last one. Yuan. Yuan. Use the towel to wipe your face.
To wipe my face.
Yes. Good job, Yuan. Yes. Ready, Maya?
Yes.
Okay. Put triangle. Put circle. Put square. Okay, now, put circle and square. Next, put square. Point to triangle. How about a triangle on the table? Point to a triangle. Remove the square. Okay, next. Put purple star. Next, put 3 circles. No more circles?
Yes.
Okay, just put 3 hearts.
Okay.
Okay, next. Put triangle under the table. Very good. Okay, Maya, can you get 3 triangles, 2 hearts, and 1 circle? Get 3 triangles, 2 hearts, and 1 circle.
2 hearts. 1 circle.
Okay. How about get a blue heart and put it beside you? Last one. Can you set aside 3 yellow shapes? Then give it to me. Set aside 3 yellow shapes and then give it to me.